So come on in, take a sip. Let's wind down on the Sunday grid. And today we're doing it with my absolute favorite simple variety. It is the 2022 French witty vineyard, the Yes Vineyard, little dry table wine. It's just an amazing little. And I think here it runs around €2.99, and it's one of those wines that you can just go to on a regular basis. It's dry, has a remarkable finish. Tannin acid balance is there. A lot of cassis on the nose, some hints of vanilla, right? You know, and a lot of terroir. It's a fabulous little wine, and I absolutely love it, and it does not break the bank. So, with that said, let's hop into a grid here. Let's see what we got. We've got, looks like a Megan Morris construction edited by Joel Faliano, and to the great Will Shorts. Get feeling better. Regain yourself. Until then, l'chaim.
Does the title have anything to do with this puzzle, maybe?
That's a really good point. So it's like the title, the theme perhaps, but the title of this grid is called Life Milestones. And it's going to be massive. So let's go ahead and hop in there and see what we got. Oh yeah, wow, that's a big grid. Okay. Smacks. All right. Well, is it smack of something, or is it literally smacking something? So we'll find out.
Or are you going to smack somebody upside the head?
Right. Are you going to smack something, or is something smacking of something? This conversation smacks of a bit of irony and sarcasm. Yeah, or are you just being rude and vulgar in public? Worry, warts, words. I'm going to go with what if. Maybe it's something to start with because I don't know. Smacks, I guess it could be. Is this an H? Pertaining to the pursuit of pleasure. Well, I guess you could call that hedonic. I can't spell out bohemian or libertine in that small a space. So let's see. So maybe it's wops or something. Is this a P? Painter Rousseau. That would be Henri. Henri, which is a very difficult translation of Henry in French. Let's see. Extra, maybe add-on. Church recitation at times. Well, I guess we got sins here. Tugboat greetings. If this is true, that's funny. Toots, you know. Okay. Maybe gassy 3-year-old greetings too, right? So memo heading in regard. In Ray, age 5. Okay, that must be one of our things. So country that counts the French president as a co-prince, and that is, oddly enough, Andorra. So a write-in, I'm thinking maybe a protest vote, but you know, that's really freaking clever if it turns out to be true. I really like that. Not something that you would expect. And this is not a rollover Sunday grid. This grid means business. Many an airport shuttle. I'm gonna go with a van. Yeah, rare bill. We'll get to that in a second. So 1 of 13 in a standard game of Jeopardy, and I guess this is categories. It may come loose. Category. I was about to say, I was thinking maybe T, and then I had 2 A's there. So that's a pretty common thing. Join a petition, maybe to sign. And game whose name must be said to win, and I'm just going to assume this is Uno, though I do not think I've ever played that game. Awful and Slang, Proud Mary Band, Creedence Clearwater Revival. Okay. Maybe Sucky? That's awful. It's Sucky. Glittering. I'm assuming maybe Sparkly. Nothing just feels like that's it, except for maybe Henri, right? You know, and Creedence Clearwater Revival. Nothing's just feeling like, oh, you got it. You know, that's it for sure. Letters aptly found in Obamacare, not the first rodeo for me. The Affordable Care Act, and they are right after the M. I've got some Dom Pignon. I remember that stuff was just $100 a bottle. Let's see. Is this an L singer Jackson who wasn't part of the Jackson 5? I do believe that's a Latoya. And she was the one, not Janet, but Latoya was the one that I had the crush on. Very strange. Maybe Rodeo Drive in Beverly Hills. Pundits writing. I'm going to make this an op-ed. So Obey Your Thirst or Got Milk. It sounds like an ad slogan, and that's pretty cool too, to be honest with you. Admit guilt, perhaps. You think, what, a cop a plea? I don't know. I mean, I guess, yeah. Stick, glue. Age 1. Travel lead into Mexico. How about Aero Mexico? And Hip Hop is Dead. That's Nas. Assumption of the Virgin painter, and that was Titian. Not gonna do it. It's early, and it's not even early. It's noon 30 here in Bavaria, and I don't know. I'm not getting this this thing, this age, whatever, life milestones thing. So edible shell, tiki bar fruit, diplomat Kofi Annan. All right, that's a gimme. Way to bulk up one's chest. Okay. Opposite of un anniversaire, adversaire, and that would be an ami, French for a friend. Desire could be the 3 letters, maybe a yen. A neighbor of Nigeria. Well, we've got, I guess, Chad, Tunisia. And well, the big one, I guess, is up top in Algeria. So ALG. Looks like our tiki bar fruit is a papaya. I don't drink those drinks. I mean, but really, papaya? I mean, I don't know. I was thinking more like pineapple or mango. Porcelain coating. I'll go with enamel. And way to bulk up one's chest. Okay, so age 1, maybe amateur standing. Kind of interesting. Modern day alternative to a cash till. That's true. When's the last time you saw, other than here in Europe, anyone come around without a cash till? These days, just the iPad. Just sign that sucker and you're good. So maybe an edible shell is a pea pod. Quarry. They follow quarters. Eid al-Fitr. So that's the end of Ramadan. Animal whose name is pronounced with a Y sound by many Spanish speakers. I'm just going to consider this a llama. When we were kids, Shotzi, we were taught to say llama, weren't we? That's awful. Nice Nikon for short. SLR. First in class. So age 5. So first in class. So I guess age 5, a kindergarten. Yeah, so, I mean, it makes sense. Amateur standing, maybe age 1. You're not very good at standings. Kind of an amateur at that point. I don't know. We'll see. But kind of coming around here. Quarters, followers, maybe semis. So I guess this could be maybe a stone pit, but I don't like that. Leech-like, perhaps parasitic. I don't know if is that a Y or an I there.
I think it's an I.
Yeah, I just had to check it because I feel it wasn't going to be a YUD. That's an alternative to the pill.
Probably not.
Close relative of Hindi, and I'm getting out of whack here, but it's Urdu for crying out loud. Name rhymed with says in Taylor Swift's Betty, and I think that's Inez. I don't know her songs as well as I should, but I guess we're going to go with a stone pit here, and but I don't think I've ever heard of a quarry as a stone pit. Major, John Major, Theresa May. Okay, so we're talking about British. They were both prime ministers, and they were both Tory. Okay, very good. Took me a minute. Actor Paul Dano. I've seen him. Friggin' Brer Rabbit. Good Lord, please don't throw me in that briar patch, right? What is that all about? Oh, we got a padded bra as a way to bulk up one's chest, maybe. Battery options, we have AAAs there. Age 16. Is this a D? Because I think it might be driving crazy. Whip It Band. Ding, 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 ding. Okay. I think I'm okay with driving crazy. I do believe. And I think that's also apt too, because that's what pretty much every 16-year-old does, right? Drive you crazy. Word with ship or shorts. Gonna go with the cargo thing. Maybe subject to some training. Well, we do this every year. I do BLS. She does ALS, but we do it because we are good Samaritans. And if you need CPR, we are happy to crack your chest plate. Okay, so gawk. Well, I'm glad we had that GAP because this is obviously to gape. I mean, clearly I would have probably thrown in ogle or something, and then I had to check it, and oh gosh. Head of staff, maybe we're talking about music, a clef. Age 18. This looks like part of college here. Out of patience. Laughing gas or quicklime, and those are oxides. Give some shade, maybe dye. Okay, well, we need to, it's going to be a while. I can't just jump on the longest one going across here and expect to be, successful here. Like, ooh, look at me being so, no, not just me being kind of dumb here. Decorate in a way. Rare bills is a W, symbol for a winding road, and I guess we're gonna need a little bit more. I'm just gonna be guessing, thinking wavy arrows, or what they called in Hawaii the arrowhead snake. Tell us we're gonna see it on our way up to the top of the diamond head, and it turns out it was the signs on the side of the road that tell you that the roads. So we're looking for the arrowhead snake. It's black and it's dangerous. Chris of Jurassic World. His name is Pratt. I've not seen it. In fact, I'm not even sure that. I think I saw the original. So a rare bill could be a 2, right? And those are pretty rare, but you can get them at the bank still. I mean, still print them, I think. Decorate in a way, I guess, to be trim. And tour group, I'm going to go with a PGA. Always on that. What do we got here? Political analyst Walter, and I think that's Amy. So that tells me that the wavy arrow may be a thing. I don't know what else it could possibly be. That would be a symbol for a winding road, the kite runner, protagonist, and I don't remember. Mouse-like, probably timid. Unless you're like the mouse that I got in a tangle with. It was the size of a squirrel. It's whatever. Okay. Now, we had this discussion yesterday. Is it going to be mid? But that's the new slang. Or is it going to be meh? We're going to have to find that out. I don't know.
Let's give it the old college try.
Give it the old college try. Very nice. Give it the old college try, I guess, because we won't have enough room for the D. Give it the old college try. Very good. Indeed. Years of service. Okay, I'm going to go with meh. No, that gives me that. And years of service. And Amir, that's the name. Got it. It just takes me a second, maybe a term. And age 21. Okay, competitors who know their limits. Let's get back up here. Let's get this center. Let's get the Midwest taken care of here. Unvarnished. Okay, what do you think? True or pure? Way to go. Thinking path. So, good grief. Ugh. Okay, so unvarnished. Well, it's not going to be puce. I guess it could be. But I think we're going to go with pure. And John, who explored the Northwest Passage, was Sir John Ray. And this would be agave and tree along Central Park's Literary Walk. If my wife would ever take me, I get to see these elms. Now, let's see. Went downhill. Perhaps we slid. Government lawyers, probably district attorneys, and Janine's boss on Abbott Elementary. And again, that's Ava. You know it's going to be Ava. I've never seen the show. I don't even know what network it's on. But Crossword Ease, it comes around, right? Oh, well, we should probably check out an episode. Something on an ear, or in a different sense, a foot. So taking my brain to both big agra and to big podiatry, I'm going to go with a corn here, and hopefully we're right. Award-winning Janelle, no idea who that is, about whom Lennon wrote I Want You, She's So Heavy, and that would be Yoko Ono. Ty's neighbor Lau. Okay, so I guess it's Monet. Janelle Monáe. Very good. I need to look her up because I don't know who she is. Goal, maybe an aim together, maybe as one. Yeah, this is not your typical Sunday. This is actually pretty. So Lebanon, let me think. We've got maybe Jordan, we've got Israel. If we're gonna go with Israel, it'll give us aim. So if that gives us aim, then what have we got here? Tick off. Picnic, invitation. Is this a Y dwelling in a circular frame? Yes, that is a yurt, but I don't remember if it's a U or an E, so we're going to
It's a U.
It's a U? Good, thank you, because I lived in one for about 4 months in Kazakhstan. And I guess this might be bar admission, because I think this is BYOB. Bring your own basket, bring your own beer, bring your own bottle, whatever. So bar admission, because you're 21, you can get into a bar. And I think there's a play on, being admitted to the bar as a young attorney or an old attorney that's just getting out of law school. Prefix from the Latin for needle, maybe acu, out of patience. Let's just be crazy and let's just put exasperated in here. And built ins, some shelving. Casual refusal. How about a nah? And we. Is it going to be itsy or itty? Well, let's find this out. Parts of vintage movie collections. You think VHS tapes? I gotta fix that. I see it. To the OCD viewers out there, when I do that kind of crap, I'm very sorry. It's got to drive people nuts, like red card recipients. Oh, God. Deceptive argument. Probably sophism. Possible threat to one in debt, maybe a repo. Okay, that's good. So French kisser. Is this a B? Okay, so like red card recipients, there's 2 E's. I'm thinking ejected. For some reason in my head a while ago I was thinking evicted, but that's not a red card recipient. And I don't... Is this... Yeah, so I think this is itty. You gotta understand how my brain works. And then channel owned by Paramount for short. It's probably... Bug could be annoy, so maybe this is Showtime. Yeah, I think Showtime, QVC, maybe the Home Shopping Network, and then we've got flowing movement between yoga probes. Okay.
Isn't it like vinyasa?
I don't know. Spell it? Vinyasa? I mean, it sounds right. Okay, so I think this is a job, and I think, because the reason I'm asking, I'm working all the way around this, I don't want to get this wrong, but I think... Is this a U? Yes, this is Machu Picchu. And little sister Tiffany, remember, we're going one day. Non-Egyptian people who used hieroglyphics, and these were the Maya. And I guess this is this. Yes, so we got an attic, and I think this is a bouche. Le bouche. French kisser. Your bouche. How clever is that? That's really wonderful. And we got a good grief for yeesh, and... let's get a hand on the right arrow. So add me, social media. Now we got to figure out this vinyasa thing. Pirates Hall could be a booty. What a lucky pirate. Gab, maybe natter. I do like that word. I just don't think I ever use it. Is this an F? Tick off. It could be MIF, and I don't think I've seen MIF in a crossword since the mid-1990s. I'm serious. Vacation Isle in the Ionian Sea, one place that we always dreamed of going, but then I think we probably thought better of the weather at some point in our lives.
No, I still want to go.
Well, we want to go. I'm talking about living or retiring. It might be a bit warm. Homophone of we. How about what I'm drinking today? We. So... we got our yes affirmative, our French affirmative, and I guess this is finished the job at age 65. So I don't know if this is right, but I'm just going to put it in. Doctoral graduation cap, that's a TAM. I'm going to tell you something, I still have mine. It was the coolest thing in the world to be up on stage, delivering that commencement address in my doctoral tam and robe. It's the good one, too. It's got the big 3 puffy, whatever, sewn on crap. I don't even know what they're called, but really nice. And it's sitting in a closet somewhere. Some closet somewhere.
Probably in storage.
Probably in storage. Driver's target. Okay, so age 100. Let's get some stuff down. School with the mascot Big Al, and that would be Bama. Roll Tide. Roll Tide. Oscar-nominated Lena Olin. All right. World capital with the most appearances in a New York Times crossword. Well, I wonder if that couldn't be Oslo. It is in there all the time. Oh, my Lord. Okay, so broad view. How about a panorama? Not to be confused with Panama, which was the David Lee Roth and what was it? It was Van Halen. Van Halen. All right. You know what? Rest in peace, Eddie Van Halen. You were a great guitar player. It looked like you were always a teenager until you didn't. And Valerie Bertinelli stayed hot, I think. So, good on him. Let's see, maybe this is going to be an estimated time of arrival. They divorced? Oh, that's right. Maybe he
You're
didn't.
really dating yourself.
Maybe he didn't warmly acknowledge her enough, smiles at. AOL was an early one in brief. How about an internet service provider? You've got mail. We were so excited to have that and Loadrunner on our Macintosh Performa that we bought brand new for $1,200. Oh my Lord. That was expensive.
Went into debt for
it. However, in text, perhaps on the other hand, I cannot tell you how many times I've had to look that kind of crap up and people send me a text. I don't really like texting anyway. In fact, I hate it. And then I get some string of initials. I had no idea what they are. And I'm like, oh, what is OTOH? Is that like a new type of alcohol oxide type of thing? But no, it's just on the other hand. Any of the 6 in football's New Year's 6, these are bowl games. And okay, so I think this is funny and cleverly enough a mathlete. I think that's really cool, a mathlete. I was not one of those. Elia Kazan, Val Kilmer's role in Top Gun.
proof you could revisit the crossword that had the numbers, huh?
Yeah, no, you saw me freaking out when they put math in our grid last week. Oh my gosh. Delicately pretty. How about dainty? And your fainting couch. And so this looks like it's going to be a centennial state. Age 100. Well, if you can make it to your centenarian years, good luck. And good for you. Secluded valleys. How about glens? And give the lay of the land. Okay, that'd be Orient. Oh, they said that one time to me when I was an officer candidate at school. You need to orientate yourself to, I'm like, okay. Do you mean orient myself? Orientate?
I think they're both acceptable now.
They're acceptable, I know, but it was very weird. I'd never heard it before. Blank, a biography of the fish that changed the world. Well, no, we'd never had our Gorton's fish sticks as children. Like black tie affairs. I guess these are dressy. And I hope I didn't fat finger anything, but what is this here? German for never, and that would be knee. So how do we do, Bob? We made it through this thing. And I'm going to have to figure out who this... Well, thank you, sweetheart. Vielen Dank, Schatzi. Ich schätze Ihre Zeit hier mit mich. I got to look up this Janelle Monet, and then I got to figure that out. But I learned quite a bit of things here in this grid, which is something that I always love to do. But really, it was a pretty clever theme. I mean, I kind of like it, this life milestones. It was good. 22 minutes was about what I would have expected. In fact, I think I kind of predicted that yesterday, so it is what it is. But this was a good grid. And, one of those Sundays that if you're just doing like I do, if I'm not working a grid on a Saturday or a Sunday or whenever, just in my leisurely time, if I'm doing it here, I will literally just leave that thing going, and I'll put it down, and I'll walk away, come back an hour later and get to it. It's always just kind of fun to have that, just to have a little something there, to keep your brain stimulated. But this was a great grid. So I really enjoyed it very much. I can actually label this as a clever, somewhat challenging Sunday grid. So very nice. And with that, we'll just nicely thump it away. And I want to just say that some of the comments lately, both here on YouTube and on TikTok, have been pretty funny, warm, very generous, and I just want to say thank you for that. That's a very nice thing, and you have no idea. So for liking, subscribing, for chatting with us, letting us know what you think, really appreciate that. And in the meantime, let's go ahead and say see ya. And we'll see you. We'll see you tomorrow for the Monday grid. And in the meantime, until then, wir wünschen Ihnen einen schönen Tag noch. Auch einen Sonntag, einen Wochenende und nächste Woche. Eine schöne nächste Woche. Wir wünschen. Auf Wiedersehen. Tschüss. Servus. Ciao. Cin-Cin. Mazel tov. Be well.